much. But I found out something very funny.
Has everyone done the thing? Has everyone started the Audacities?
Yeah, I
No.
did right before the whole.
Oh, we're on air.
Right now, yeah.
Eelayne, have you started it?
I don't know. Have I?
Did I accidentally mute her? I can't hear.
Oh no!
You fucking
Hold
dumbass!
Oh, no.
I did. That's my fault.
You fucking
That's
dumbass!
my fault. I knew it was me because I was looking at OBS and the waveform was going. So I'm like, okay, so that's not broken. It's something.
It's
on my
always
end.
you.
Goober.
You've done this like 3 times.
I don't know
by the way.
why, but for you, I always accidentally mute you. I just.
She's a woman, isn't
You're
she?
trying to silence women.
I just don't want to hear the bitching.
This podcast would not pass the Bechdel test.
No.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I have to ask. Did you start
Doesn't
the
the test require at least 2 women?
Yes,
to
it
be
does.
talking?
Yes,
so
it
immediately
does.
fails right off the bat.
It immediately fails. 2 women talking about something that isn't men.
We just need.
Yep.
We just need Wulfryk to transition already.
Or lad.
No.
That'd be a surprise.
that would be the real dark horse of
That would be.
I think I'm good.
That's okay.
We all know the order.
Also, we've been pronouncing Zuwu wrong this whole time. The monster for Monster Hunter.
What?
Apparently it's Shewa.
No, it's Pazuzu.
None of us
It's
are
a
Chinese.
position.
So how are we supposed to figure that out?
It's Chinese phonetic.
What part of
Really?
none of us are Chinese?
You don't
Yeah.
want to hear me do Chinese.
But Chinese phonetic alphabet is pretty common knowledge.
Well, it's
No, it's not.
interesting.
No, it's not. I don't know it.
That's because we're white.
That
Well,
doesn't.
maybe I am the weird one.
I guess that's true. It could be common knowledge, and it just not be taught in America, and that would still just be common in the grand scheme of
Well,
things.
that is partly true because, like, the way that things are spelled when you are translating to like the Roman letters from Chinese are always pronounced the same. It's phonetically spelled.
Well, you're
The
the one that
X
plays
is-
Genshin, and half the characters are Chinese. So how?
Well, actually,
Oh,
honestly,
okay.
I got this knowledge from For Honor.
So it's interesting because like the armor and weapon designs for it did not read as like Chinese
No.
influence to me.
Apparently, the name means like void. The name like means like void or nothingness or nihility,
Edgy.
Interesting.
Mhm.
which is why all the armor looks super edgy. Yeah.
Which is why it has no effect when fighting.
They should get Keanu Reeves to voice it.
Well, when you're fighting a Shewa with dual blades, you pretty much clown on them.
I'm gonna keep calling it Zuwu because it sounds funny.
It does sound funnier that way. But
Woo.
I caught on to that when somebody brought up that the name is Chinese because the X is always the sh sound in Chinese phonetic alphabet.
I'm gonna post something really dumb in one of the channels of
Okay.
your Discord, Dusty.
All right.
The podcast Discord.
Yeah.
That
Just
would
so
be
you know,
mine.
just so you know, the episode did start like 3 minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm-
did it
yeah,
I
start
know,
when
we've
you
been on
had
air
Trump?
this whole time. I just wanted to get that fun fact out because I wasn't able to get it out before.
Did it start
It did.
before or after you said you were Trump?
After.
Oh, okay.
It started with the
There you go.
us talking about just transition already. I think somewhere
That's
around
not
there.
good.
Well, you know, I was gonna keep it on the down low, but
Wait,
Listen, I'll hop in on this. We all know that I will like in order. I'm before Fancy.
yes.
Like that's why Fancy's the dark horse. Like I am not trans, but I have a way higher chance than Fancy.
Anyways,
Wish this thing on my Discord would go away.
you should take a look at the thing I put in your images.
I did, but I
Images.
couldn't hear it over you guys talking.
Well, it's called adjust your volume levels.
In the podcast Discord images.
What kind of cursed?
I don't
Still
get
don't
it.
understand.
I don't get it.
We're getting happy guests.
Oh, I knew that. I just didn't think this like what
I don't know. It's just dumb audio. It's silly.
It's just TikTok in general. Dumb audio.
Wow.
Listen.
No, it's fine. If you don't want to believe that,
I'm
yeah.
I'm being left behind by Minecraft. More and more I'm believing like peak Minecraft is like somewhere in like 1.14 or something.
Honestly,
don't-
my favorite times playing Minecraft were modded, so.
You don't want the Ashen Forest or the Deep Dark or
No.
friendly guests,
Honestly-
where it turns out we've been slaughtering them and we're terrible people.
Honestly, I could even do without like the new terrain. Minecraft was fine without it. I want to go on an adventure of being like, what is the best version of Minecraft? Because in my head, and in my heart, I'm like 1.12. But then I go and it's like, oh, we don't even have concrete yet. Oh, the colors. Everything has to be made out of wool still. So it's after that for sure. Maybe like the ocean update. The last time we got see 4118 music and stuff like that. Maybe it's around there.
Well, Pig Step is really good though.
It is. I'm not going to be a hater of it, but it's one of those things where when you add multiple things that are different, like I look at new Minecraft, I'm like this isn't Minecraft anymore. This just isn't. It just isn't anymore. Unironically, new Minecraft should just be Minecraft 2. Like, we've gotten to the point where it's live serviced itself so much that it's unrecognizable, basically.
I guess I could say, like, my nostalgia for Minecraft was back in Xbox 360 edition.
The Nether walls, let's go.
Huh?
The Nether walls. The Bedrock walls. You don't remember those on the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions?
Because I just remember going into the tutorial world and having this cool big castle that had the Minecraft written above it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those worlds were always fun.
And the walls were dark enough that mobs could spawn, so you could never sleep.
Yeah.
I think like the update right before the terrain update, I think, is a pretty solid place to be like, yeah, this is good. The first half of the terrain update I really liked.
As much as I know it was bad, I kind of miss old cave generation. Old cave generation was pretty funny. It's pretty nostalgic for me as somebody who doesn't play Minecraft a lot. Just I kind of do want to go get my old disc and put it into my Xbox and play the Xbox 360 tutorial world again.
Yeah, it's just it's unrecognizable, and a lot of their balancing things I am not a big fan of. I still hate the fact that beds are just common now.
Flint and steel.
Beds are way too easy to get.
Really?
I mean, beds have been easy to get for like forever.
I know. That's why I'm saying, like, long ago was the best version. In my mind, in my heart, we have been in like the downward slope a long time. The moment that like beds became a part of villages, like I miss the old villages. Give me back the fucking Smith building. I'll give it back.
The one that had lava. They still have those.
Yeah.
It just depends on
it's only in one village though.
Well, each biome of villages has a different like house type now.
That's too much. Just make it all the same, and I want the Smith every time. Minecraft was better when it was more simple.
You want the church?
It's crazy now. Yeah, I want the old crazy church with the potions maker at the top. The fucking whatever you called it.
That also still exists.
Yeah, I know, but there's too much shit now. There's too much.
Not really. I mean,
I'm like, Minecraft. I haven't played this in a while, and all of a sudden someone's on a Strider. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
If people
The
are on
lava
Striders, you got other problems.
Well, you get my point. Like now, I'm gonna
Well,
hop
there
in
are definitely some new mobs. Like you, literally, why do they exist?
the
Glow squids
sniffer,
are a
the
great example of this.
armadillo. We have armadillos now. Come on.
Yeah, we have armadillos,
You get dog armor.
sniffers.
Can you get leprosy from them?
No.
Oh.
You get
They
basically
haven't-
nothing from them.
You no, because
Yeah,
if you're nice to them, you get scoots, and then you can make dog armor.
Oh, cool.
Then you can paint your dog armor.
Wow.
Okay, dog
I'm-
armor is kind of cool.
I'm to the point where it's like, because this has been another thing forever. I miss having to find a fucking ocelot and taming it. Like,
It still exists.
Yeah.
no, yeah,
They
but you
still
can't
exist,
you
yeah,
can't
but
tame
it's
them.
crap
You,
now.
you at most they're
You
kind of like
can.
foxes.
Yes,
Not
you can.
ocelots.
They just don't
No, you
change
can't.
color.
No, you can't tame them. You can
Ocelots are wild now. You gotta actually go to a village and you tame a cat now.
yeah,
Oh,
cats
wow.
spawn, and an ocelot is kind of like foxes. You can kind of get them to be more warm and not run from you, but you'll never actually like make it a pet. You can just kind of get it used to you. I miss actually like tracking down an ocelot and taming it into a cat.
You
Like,
gotta admit though, that kind of sucked.
I enjoyed it. I always had cats.
You
It
had
was-
to
it-
crouch
yeah.
and hold the fish, but not look at the cat.
You had to surprise it by shoving a fish into its maw right quickly. Surprise! You got a fish. Are you fine, my friend? Now? Just
This just makes me think about like genuinely speaking, the only mob that I sit here and think I wish they weren't included is glow squids, because I'm tired of going into underwater caves and not being able to look away from them. I hate that so much.
the best version
Don't
of
lock my
Minecraft does
fucking
not
camera.
exist because it's like 1.6 or 1.12. But I also want the underwater update. But I also want the glow squids.
So what you end up like, what you'll have to do is do modded,
Nah,
but you'll have to use mods that either add features from newer parts that you want, or go newer and find mods that can remove features you don't want.
I unironically just want to go on an adventure and be like, what's the best version of Minecraft? Which one do I like the most? I think that'd be an
How
interesting
long-
video.
I was gonna say, like, how long did you want to spend in each version?
Well, I would start at like 113 because just curiously I went to 1.12 and I can confirm it's not that one, but I have a feeling it's going to be around there. I know I won't reach the 1.20s. Like I know I guarantee I'll find my favorite version before I hit the bug update. I'm pretty confident in that. No bees. I'm sorry.
I like bees.
Bees are nice. Maybe you know what? Maybe it's the bug update. Maybe it is the bug update. That's before all the crazy. Like at
Well,
most,
they still had like I think the bug update existed also after like raids and the new cave generation and the water updates, right?
No.
No.
No. Oh, damn! I have my timelines mixed up.
Cave update. When was the cave update? Okay, it was 1.17 already was Caves and Cliffs. Holy shit. And bug update was 1.15. That's kind of around where I was thinking. I'm already at 1.12. Maybe it's the bug update. Maybe the bug update was the best because that made the game the most stable it's ever been. It brought every updated version of Minecraft that they wanted to keep update to the same level. Maybe the bug update was peak. What was 1.14? Minecraft 1.14 is village and pillage. So that is when they added raids.
Villagers.
Yeah, 1.13 is update aquatic.
Bug update might be it.
It might be bug update. I honestly 1.15 might be the best. I think I don't even have to make a video on this. I think 1.15 is peak Minecraft, just off the top of my head. Because at most, crazy mob-wise, we'll still have the problem with beds being in villages, I think. Which means we also have the flying monsters at night. But I think that's kind of it. We might, we'll have turtles. The cat update, I think, is there. When did they change?
We'll have swimming and crouching.
Yeah. When did they add cats to Minecraft?
When did they change cats, maybe?
Yeah, I was going to say, when did they...
Because they didn't add cats. They just made it so that cats and ocelots were, like, kind of separate.
This is a rousing conversation.
Listen, it is. It's, at least it's a gaming topic and a gaming podcast. We're on topic, at least somewhat.
We're on topic, but
listen.
I was only half interested in trying to figure out what the best update is because I usually just play modded.
I don't. I'm not a big modded guy, so like, I'm calling it. I think.
If you want to play bug update sometime, I'll play it with you. We can do Hamachi and we can.
That's also before the most recent Redstone update that broke half the shit.
Okay, but you have to admit the new one where they made it to where you can use levers to shift tracks and stuff, and that you could increase speed with more redstone and the
Oh no, levers could already do what they had them do. People were just using that because having it be a perfect circle would let them build up the stupid amount of speed that you could get with the card update.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was talking about. It's like the stupid amount of speed is really funny. Yeah, they would just use a lever to launch the minecart into the Twin Towers or something.
I like the first part of Caves and Cliffs.
1.14 is when ocelots could not be tamed and they added cats. Right before the bug update. So for me, it is split. 1.13 is also the aquatic update. Which is where we got cement, coral, all the fun color blocks in a lot of ways. I think 12 was World of Color. So we'll have a bunch of stuff. The ocean's not boring. We have fish and stuff. But the cats are old. But at the same time, bug update is right behind. And, yeah. What is the name of that nighttime bat thing that makes you sleep?
Phantom?
Did they add the Phantom to Minecraft? That was the aquatic update. That was 1.13.
That's not in the water.
The update aquatic. Interesting.
Wasn't that also like the first mob vote? The big one?
I think so. Yeah, it was. Minecon 2017. So that's why I thought it was 12, because 12 was like no Phantom. But I think there's too much missing from the game. Honestly, it's between. I think it's the bug update, because I would say 1.13 we're still not quite there. Especially with like multiplayer, I think bug update's the best. It's right at the peak. You're starting to see things change. They're doing the mob vote. We got the Phantoms now. Beds are changed. You can find a bed way too easy. But we're at like peak community. The game isn't weird yet. Like it's. I think bug update 1.15 is the best version of Minecraft.
I think we're just old.
Well, what is these pictures you sent?
That's possible. When did 1.13 come out? Minecraft 1.15.
Okay, I'm gonna post this in the group chat because y'all need to see this too.
Right?
Like, Dusty, I think you're the only person that I hear regularly talk about, like, being like, nah, Minecraft's too something now.
Where's the gaming?
Right before COVID, December 10th, 2019 was bug update.
All right,
That's why we
I'm
played
posting
bug
this in
update so
images,
much. It came out and then
so-
COVID hit. Because I remember us
Yeah.
playing a lot of bug update.
Dusty,
makes sense.
Dusty lad, y'all need to check images and collecting dust.
Images.
Oh,
I'd let them allow. Allow. You don't want to see what's going on, so if you're interested, I mean, All
You
right.
put the. You could put this in the thumbnail so everybody else can enjoy it.
no, I'm not gonna do that.
no, I don't think I will.
Anyway, we're listen, the reason I was hijacking the conversation a little bit was because do we really want to talk about any of the news? Do we really want to? There's not much going on.
I mean,
Why would
I have to get a Switch too.
You
Just
don't
like
have
just,
to.
I'm legally obligated.
You're not. It's almost 500. If you wanted the bundle, it's $500.
I'm not getting like an
It comes
expensive
with
one.
Mario
I just
Kart.
want Duskblood. I did this for the I did this for the PS5.
She
I bought
did buy the
PS5 during
PS5
scalping
for
era for Demon Souls.
I don't know if you know this, but on the Switch, you can pre-order the Switch through the eShop. That is
cool.
this is their way of fighting scalpers. Is you need 50 hours on your Switch to sign into it, and then it's first come first serve. So that's the
Huh.
so stores you're probably still gonna have it, but direct from Nintendo, it is like a verified gamer program. You need to have actually played a Switch for many hours
Interesting.
to get this thing.
I'm not gonna be able to get it like right away because money.
Yeah.
But I am going to eventually have to get it.
Before the reveal today, I was like, I might get one when the Switch 2 Lite comes out. And then I walked away and I was like, now I'm hyped for the Switch Lite 2 to come out. I'm still waiting for the Lite.
The prices are the worst part, man.
It
It's
is.
like
As
$80
far
for a
as,
game.
like-
It's fucking
well-
shitty.
I will say, like, as far as like gaming news and the Nintendo stuff goes, new Rhythm Heaven, new Patapon, that
Yes.
stuff's pretty cool.
Yes.
For a game to
that's stuff
charge
we
me
haven't
$80
seen.
though, it not only better be finished, but there better be a lot of content.
So the thing about Patapon is you'll probably be able to get that for 60-70 because that is not a Switch 2 exclusive. There's a Switch 1
Yeah.
version. The
No,
price is going up on
Switch
Switch 2 games.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is,
Nintendo historically has not been worth the same amount of money when it comes to their games. Like, I don't even mean this as an insult to Nintendo, although it kind of is. But it's like the Switch hardware has always been lagging behind the other consoles. Other consoles cost $70 for their games, and sometimes that feels warranted, like Monster Hunter Wilds. But like for Switch games, I feel bad spending $60 on a Pokemon game because I know that I'm going to play it and beat it and then not really have that much to do afterwards.
Yeah.
well, and with everything having like paid DLC and stuff like that, and day one patches, it
It doesn't feel warranted.
it feels like I'm paying a lot of money for something that's missing pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does not feel warranted. The price hike didn't feel warranted when we jumped to 70.
It has.
It doesn't feel warranted
It has
now.
not. Since the price upgrade to 70 during the PS5, like, I have not bought that many new games.
No, me neither.
I've even fallen off of Call of Duty. That was like the guaranteed one at least, and I didn't buy the most recent one. I only played Black Ops 6's beta.
Because it's the same game again. Does
Well-
it really warrant $70?
Well, I mean, some of them do. I would say some. Modern Warfare 3 definitely did not, and I bought that one. But that game turned out to be pretty good. Sledgehammer has once again proven that even when they're forced to make a bad game, they will stand by their product and not let it go to shit, unlike the other two companies. I mean, this is what happened with World War II. They did a 2.0 update for that game when everyone hated it. So anyone who actually played the game knows that game is good now. They will stand by their product. They did their best with Vanguard. It wasn't good, but they tried. They never backed down. We always had updates for it. Meanwhile, Infinity Ward goes, no, we're not going to change back the map. Fuck you. No, you have to use north, south, east, west. Fuck you.
Yeah. I just think right now, very few games get my money when it comes to a $70 price tag. The two games that I've been playing the absolute most lately are both free.
That's the thing. A lot of people are complaining about free-to-play games. But I can tell you that as much as I love video games, I have dumped so much money into the finals. But you know what the difference is? It is a lot cheaper to afford $20 every paycheck than $90, $100 every fucking paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm dumping money into a free-to-play game, but one, I enjoy it, and two, that is now the cheaper option.
Honestly,
and that's just how kids are nowadays. They're playing Fortnite.
I spent a little bit of money on Warframe because I love this game.
Yeah.
And it's not even that I'm doing it just because I want the things, but it's also a little bit to support the developers because I want them to keep making Warframe content.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I could save up my allowance a couple times and get a game every couple months. Even as a kid, I could afford games if I really worked hard and wanted them. Kids are not doing that nowadays. They're using their allowance on Fortnite because it is cheaper. The game is free, and they can, save up their allowance, and when a character they like enters the store, they buy it.
They can
This
have
isn't
their
even
mom's
me
credit
advocating
card.
for free to play, for a lot of the ways that free to play games monetize, because a lot of them are pretty scummy. But because mostly when it comes to a lot of the FOMO stuff, and also with Genshin being a gambling game, if you're putting money into it, you probably shouldn't. But the ones that I do praise are games like Warframe, where it's all the stuff is there. It's just if you want to buy it, you can. You don't have to. You can just farm it if you want. I think the First Descendant also doing the same thing, kind of?
I only know that game exists. I don't
What
know
about
anything
it?
about it.
I know it's a lot like Warframe in the way that it plays.
Mm-hmm.
I know its popularity fell off pretty bad.
Oof!
I've heard about that, but that's,
Warframe with boobs.
Boobs?
Warframe already has
Warframe
Sign
has
me up.
boobs.
Human boobs. How about that?
They used to be human.
Warframe does have some human boobs.
Pregnancy minigame, go!
It does also have a pregnancy minigame.
That's the only thing I know about that game currently.
Did you want a contraction quick time event?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That game scares me.
I love Warframe so much. The only thing I know is that for new players, it does feel like there's a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing about Warframe is that the developers, anything that they're like, yeah, fuck it, we want to do that, they're on it.
People
Open
asked
world,
if Warframes
fun.
could get pregnant
Fishing, sure.
a couple years before Jade came out, and they responded with, "We'll see."
Oh, it wasn't. It was 6 months before they released Jade. There was a thing, and someone asked in the live stream, "Can they get pregnant?" And the devs just kind of looked around and it hasn't happened yet. And that's the thing. That's their process. They're like, oh, we want to make a gun Warframe that just use your ability is a gun. Your abilities generate ammo for guns. He was gonna be a first-person shooter at one point, but it was a little too jarring for the players.
Cyto 9 literally just has aimbot and wall hacks. That's his whole thing. He's got a sniper rifle and infinite ammo, which is very funny if you because there are some weapons in the game that are balanced by not having a lot of ammo, notably the Kuvazar. And you could just be like, fuck it, I have infinite ammo now. Every time I hit my one, I get infinite ammo.
Warframe. On top of the regular Space Ninja stuff, we got open worlds. We got jetpacks. We got warframes for your warframes if you want a big mech. We got,
got
motorcycles.
motorcycles.
We got horses.
See,
Horses, yeah.
You want space horses? We got those.
I don't mean to bring it back, but I'm going to do it.
Please do.
Because I'm bringing it back to Minecraft for a second.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No, just for a second. What Warframe feels like to me is you started, because I know very little of it, so I know they're very different games, right? But it feels like you start with Destiny 1, and if Destiny 1 was released in 2009 as a beta that immediately like took off in the early 2010s and has continued to go, it would end up being Warframe. That is the same.
Well, that is kind of, yeah.
That is exactly.
It is definitely a lot like Destiny.
They're like, you got dogs? Cool. Not everyone likes dogs. We added cats. We added foxes. We added robot. You know those two-legged robots you're killing all the time? You can get that as a pet.
I will actually admit one thing with the animals. Literally, whatever type of animal you like, I'm pretty sure you can get as a pet.
I have a
Except for
fox.
birds.
I have a fox who the subtype is Sly, so I named him Sly Cooper.
Nice.
And he's super powerful. I love him.
I use a kavat, which is effectively a cat. And it was a kavat that I named after Iris when she was still alive. And I use her, I take her on missions, and I have her in this really cool armor, so she's still with me.
I am going to forcefully change the subject because I can feel Fancy dying through my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
Vlad hasn't had anything to talk about.
life just has
No.
to be more fun.
Fancy.
Minecraft. I'm not. I was never super into the updates for that, and Warframe. I barely even played.
Wait, so are you on Fancy? Are you on my side where it's too crazy now? Minecraft. Was it better?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nah,
Let's go.
man.
Listen, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying it's too much for my poor old mind. I remember when it was simpler. 'Cause this is always a thing. I was talking about this on my Blue Sky account a little while ago because I was doing this challenge where every day I need to talk about a game that inspires me. And one thing I brought up was like the reason why one of my favorite Call of Duties is the first one is because I just like simple games that know what they are. And there was a point where Minecraft knew exactly what it is, right? And there's that whole thing where it's like when you mod people, just like with Skyrim, I know this is a big thing. It was like there are like mods that feel like the base game. We are past that with Minecraft. Every new update feels like a mod. It's like, I don't know, what if you had ghast that could be happy? You want to fly on a ghast? It's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Well, Skyrim also has those mods where it's like, after a certain point, is this even Skyrim anymore?
Like the Skyrim mod that reworks the entire combat system to be like a Soulsborne.
Well,
There's a few of them like that. There's also the ones that turn it into Wolfenstein.
see, I think that's
Great.
fine because that game had a very obvious life and death where all it gets is mods now. Imagine if Skyrim was still being updated now and Bethesda was
It is.
It is actually.
They do keep updating it.
Well, they do, but are they adding content?
They did last
Well,
time.
they did with the anniversary edition.
Yeah, but
which was pretty recent. But outside of that, no.
that's
Not
my
really.
point. Imagine if
Unless they're, like, bug
2-3
fixes,
times
which
a
break every
year
mod in
for the
way
last
explains.
13 years they have added more characters and side quests to the point where it's now like, fuck it, you can impregnate a dragon. That's in the game now. That's like,
I mean,
that's
that'd be
just
a way to
that's
get me back on board.
that's in lore now. Official update. Yeah, I don't know. It's game like that's the one thing that scares me is there will be a point where that happens with the finals.
My cat's in full zoomy mode.
There will be a point where that happens to the finals where so they do something as like, there it is. They've gone too far. They've done it. They've gone too far. It's
They had
now
portal
just
guns.
not the same game. We're not there yet. We probably won't be for a couple of years, but that is a thing that I'm aware of that will happen.
They had an actual rocket ship you can fly. How would you feel about the finals, but with cars?
So I
Prawn
could see that
motorcycle.
working because every game mode, all it needs to do is like that's the cool thing about the finals is because of the way its lore works and stuff. It's just every game mode is another type of sport that people watch for entertainment. So I could imagine that they could do like maybe they could do like a heist mini game where you have to drive or something. I don't know. Like that could
Tron
work.
motorcycles now.
No, that would be too far. Tron
No,
motorcycles would be too far. That would be too much. That would be too much because there is lore that they have to keep up with.
No, we'll just put them in the maps like Halo does it with the team deathmatch, where there are a couple of cars here and there.
I would say the finals' maps are way too small for cars. It would have to be its own game mode.
Well, yeah.
And that's what I'm meaning. If it was its own
Okay,
game
but
mode,
the finals with Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero would be too much. A pregnancy mini game in the finals would be too much. Striders in the finals would be too much.
I mean, okay, let's be real here though. The pregnancy minigame deepens the lore of a character.
Fancy, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this.
You did it. It's all you.
Lad, you gotta play Warframe with us.
No.
Apparently, I'm still in the tutorial.
I jokingly said that you're in the tutorial until the second dream.
No.
I haven't cleared all the planets yet, so I'm in the tutorial.
I mean, you don't have to clear the whole star chart, but like...
No, you don't actually have to do
recommended.
that. I didn't do that for years.
Fancy. Well, let's make a pact and never join that game again.
No.
I mean, I have the Ember skin with the butt. That's about all I
Yeah,
enjoy in
you'll
that game.
you'll make me cry.
You're
I
going...
have given Fortnite so many tries.
Fortnite,
I
can
have
be RoboCop.
tried so many times.
That's a good
Fortnite,
point.
I can be a
Can
hot
be RoboCop.
lizard twink.
No, but I've tried that game and hate the game so many times. I still have it installed because I told you guys I'd keep it installed.
At least there's a Minecraft game that, like, it's got the little Minecraft or Lego thing that you like. Like, not every game mode is trash.
Yeah, but
Like,
you'll
once
never
in a
know if
while,
there's
I
something
can-
like that in War. Like, what if you really like fishing?
Minecraft.
No, but like Warframe has fishing,
Web fishing.
It's spearfishing.
spearfishing.
Web fishing.
You can't mine in web fishing.
Minecraft.
You can't ride a motorcycle in Minecraft.
You know what? A Minecraft would not be the weirdest thing they could add to Minecraft. We're past that. A Minecraft would be like, cool, fuck it.
I mean,
They've done
if
it.
you could just make like the powered mine cart, but off rails.
I can guarantee someone has already made a flying machine that looks like a motorcycle. That's
Probably.
yeah, like it might as well just be a thing. You can do that in Minecraft. My answer's still Minecraft 1.15.
No, but you get what I'm saying, though.
They
You've
should add a
only
fishing
dipped your
mini game
toes
to the
in it.
finals.
I'd play it. I'm quickly learning that I don't like fishing games, but give me a fishing minigame. They are the bottle openers of the video game world at this point, and I'm okay with it.
You don't want to play a Cabela's fishing game
Played several.
on the PlayStation 2?
No.
That's the worst part about going to a game store in this modern age, is everyone has sold all of their PS2 games. The only people who have PS2 games nowadays are people who, A, forgot they had them and will soon sell them, or B, people who actually want their games. So you go to a used video game store, you look at the PS2, and immediately, the C section, Call of Duty and Cabela's. All the way down. Bah, 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 bah. It's insane.
Yeah, no, I have played 2 Cabela's games and 1 like off-brand fishing game for the PS2 and Xbox, respectively.
The best fishing game I've ever played is still a arcade cabinet.
I could see it.
It had its control was a fishing pole, and it had full on feedback and stuff. So you were pulling on the arcade cabinet like,
See,
no.
I like stuff like that. It's
I was
you know,
like 7 I was at the laundromat.
Yeah. Um, that's why I liked arcade cabinets for like the shooting games a lot, because like Time Crisis and the pistols, those were cool.
Remember when we beat that Halo game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating all my money.
You know, that game is the hardest arcade cabinet I've ever played. I think the Terminator one is easier than that.
Damn. It certainly
And that
becomes
was-
easier when you have more people. Once we had that whole thing filled up with us and strangers, that was a lot easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other Nintendo bullshit to talk about?
Oh,
Mouse
Not
mode
really.
confirmed. You can do the mouse.
Oh boy.
The one thing I am excited about is the standard Switch has 256 gigabytes of storage just built in, 8 times more than the original.
Yep, that
Um,
sounds about right.
It has a 120 hertz screen, 1080p. So it's like actual like HD, not barely technically HD. Cough cough 720. It's like 1080 is actual HD, especially on a small screen. 1080 is probably fine.
Oh, yeah.
No OLED, but it does have HDR, so it's got like true colors. It's got good colors.
I know I'm dumb.
Yes.
What does OLED stand for? I hear it tossed around a lot, and I've never bothered to actually look
something
into it.
LED. OLED name meaning. I forget what the O means. Organic light emitting diode. So LED. Yeah, organic LED.
Is it like more natural light, or
It is a type of panel where, old LED panels, you'd have all the lights, and then you'd have the film with the pixels on it, and then you'd have the screen. The pixels itself light themselves up. It is
Isn't
one.
it if it's like black, it'll just turn the pixels off?
That is another part of it. Yes, that's why colors are way bit better. If the color is dark, it's not mixing colors to be dark. It is actually powering itself down to be darker. So if something is pure black, that pixel is just off.
Yep. That's cool.
Yeah. So like OLEDs actually look better. There was no way their Switch 2 was launching with an OLED. They will make money off that. It's going to be the same thing. If we're going to get the light first, well, we'll probably get the original one with a better battery in like a year or two. Then we'll get the light, and then we'll get the OLED.
I kind of hope the light, like I hope the light's cheap.
I bet the light will fill in the place where the current Switch is. I bet it'll be $300, but that is still like I could afford that.
I would be okay with that.
If the light is I would let it push up to $350. I would pay $350 for a light personally. I could push that $50. I'm not paying $400 for a light, and I don't think it would because $450 is a normal one. I feel like to make it price competitive, it cannot be over $350. It needs to be $100 or less.
Well, yeah, because then you're like wondering, like, why am I paying? I'm getting a notable amount less out of it.
By the time the light comes out, it needs to be like a decent price because it's meant for children. I like it because I like my just full on. I never dock the thing. The dock, since I've moved, the dock is in its box. I don't even have it out.
Dock box.
So like I've learned I only like the light. I have a light now, and I've actually played the Switch a lot more since getting my light.
Flint and steel.
Yes. Flint. But yeah, it needs to be cheap enough. Otherwise, parents are just gonna go, well, because this will be like 2-3 years in the future. I'll just buy a used Switch, and they don't want you to do that. So it has to be. I'd say it has to be like $300, maybe $350, because the current one is $200 and the normal Switch is $300, and then the OLED is like $354. So I would say $350 at the highest. It needs to be at least $100 cheaper for that thing to make sense. And I'm hyped for that. I will happily play Prime Forza launch game. I will happily play that when
Ladder.
the light comes
Are you
out.
sure you're not interested in Minecraft? Because you sound
What's going on with
really
Minecraft?
interested in Minecraft.
The thing about what I'm saying is there's just been a guy on TikTok repeating those phrases over and over again, and it's funny.
Oh, I know.
What's he? What? Why haven't?
Oh, people are making fun of the
The
Jack Black Flint and Steel.
Chicken jockey.
I haven't seen any of. I haven't seen the new trailers.
He holds up a flint and steel and he says Flinten, and then it cuts to him throwing a piece of obsidian into a nether portal that ignites, but as he deploys the obsidian, he yells steel.
That's okay.
Flint and steel.
And the portal just activates itself. He didn't have to light it or anything.
There's not. I could make a better finals movie than they're going to make a Minecraft movie. Because, if I were making a Minecraft movie, I'd be like, okay, we have to have a bunch of stuff kids know, but also, to prove I'm a Minecraft player, I need to do, they get trapped in the nether, and they have to, start it with lava or something.
Sex update.
Right? That's not going to happen.
I mean, we found out that there were concepts that it was going to be a fully animated movie or mostly animated movie at some point. Jack Black was actually going to look like Steve.
Yes, that was a long time ago. By the time they got this director, it was confirmed to be live action. As soon as this director came on, that it was live action, and he's been connected to it for 6 years.
I just wish it wasn't live action.
Captain Sparkles was talking about it. I know you haven't thought of him in 15 years. Where he was approached by the director. And Captain Sparkles immediately was like, so it depends. Is this animated? And he's like, it's live action. He's like, so you're going to have a problem with blocks. You're going to have a problem immediately. Because one block is a meter squared. But that's that's half the size of a person. And that's just not going to work unless you want the movie to watch people slowly climb up a mountain. Because they have to lift themselves up each square. It was doomed from the start. I will pirate Minecraft the movie. I mean, I will watch it legally. I'm going to pirate it. You can't stop me. You would have never gotten my money. You're not even losing money off me. I would have never seen it in theaters. If pirating's not an option, if I can't find it, I'm just not going to watch it. So come after me, whoever the fuck you are. You won't.
Oh, I just got a pop-up on my phone that is an emergency...
Stay safe, don't die.
Yeah.
If you die, I'll kill you.
Wow. What else is there? Mini games are already confirmed to be 60. They're guaranteeing Prime 4 runs at 60 frames. Like I said, with the 120 hertz monitor, some games will be able to render at up to 120 frames.
You know, I like those frames.
I know you do. So that's gonna especially come in handy on indie games. I'm gonna tell you right now, Deltarune 120 frames guaranteed. You're getting that shit. Nintendo games, I bet they're gonna hover around 60 for the first couple of years, and then once again they're gonna slowly get worse and worse. Will Pokemon ever reach 60 frames?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Not if Scarlet and Violet is anything to be an indicator. No, it won't.
Will Scarlet and Violet, if you just put it back into the Switch 2, will it run better? Just with the better horsepower?
Probably. Well, because here's the thing. With the emulator that got shut down, people did prove that it runs near perfect on something with just straight up better hardware than the actual Switch.
So maybe the Pokemon Company just couldn't deal with the Switch. They only made little baby-looking games, or they need, high-end shit. This middle ground is terrible for them. Bring me back to top-down DS, or let me make high-def games. This middle ground is bullshit.
The remakes they did were fine on the Switch.
But that's
the remakes?
Brilliant
Diamond Shining Pearl?
Yeah, that one.
That wasn't them.
Oh, well.
That was a third-party company that wasn't allowed to use the Pokemon engine, so they had to build from the ground up.
It's the same problem that DMC Devil May Cry had.
That's
also,
except DMC Devil May Cry was meant to be a reboot, and nobody liked it because
there's a really funny bug with the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl stuff. the shiny charm, this, the most coveted fucking end game reward in all of Pokemon that increases the odds of spotting shiny Pokemon, it doesn't work in that game. Well, okay, correction. It works with the Masuda breeding method, which is you have an increased chance of getting a shiny Pokemon when breeding Pokemon if one of the two Pokemon in the breeding pair is from another country.
I love the names of like
The breeding.
Yeah.
What
The
breeding
Masuda method.
yeah, I love the name of communities naming methods and glitches and stuff because like the meta for the finals is plugging. So it's just funny. It's like I know nothing about Pokemon, and also like the breeding method.
Yeah, I for like 2 weeks I got super invested in all of the tech involved in proper Pokemon breeding to get like good Pokemon out of it. It's wild.
Excellent segue.
Yes, I think it's time we just talk about this game. I'm running out of shit to say. Honestly, the Nintendo stuff isn't really worth it to me.
Yeah.
I will say Nintendo's ahead in one way.
Yet you managed to talk for almost an hour about anything other than
hush.
Yes, well, I mean, like I said, usually we do a lot
We
more
always do
news and
this.
stuff. We had a Minecraft conversation. Like I've been struggling over here. All right, I'm trying. No crazy news has happened besides the Switch 2, and honestly, all of us are just upset about the price, and we don't care right now. So, like...
Well, reminder, Dusty. Lad would be incredibly happy if the podcast only went for 30 minutes.
No,
Yeah.
I will say, most podcasts...
3 hours is a little excessive.
Most podcasts are usually like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
in the
the
grand
ones I
terms,
listen
we
to
are
are.
a long podcast. I will be honest. I love long podcasts. I hope people enjoy what we do, but we are a longer podcast.
Yeah, the ones I listen to are normally like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Tops.
We are the Avengers Endgame of podcasts. Oh yeah, the one thing I will say is the new Switch 2 Pro controller. That has paddles on the back.
Ooh, paddle.
Yeah, that has programmable buttons on the back, which is crazy because like I guess in the grand scheme of things, the normal controller is the Joy-Cons, but
Yeah.
most people wouldn't consider those like controllers. Joy-Cons in most people's head, I think that is the Switch. That's just part of the console.
Well, you can put it in that thing that makes it a controller.
Yeah, that feels terrible and is bumpy.
It
and
does feel
doesn't.
terrible.
It
Well, we'll
barely
see how
works.
the new one does.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just crazy because like yeah, it's the Pro controller, but like the standard like normal controller has the paddles. Meanwhile, Xbox and Sony are like, no, that's the $200 version of the controller. Oh, you want more price rises? The Joy-Cons are gonna be $80.
Ugh.
The Pro controller, $70. Everyone's just like, well, looks like I'm embracing the paddles. I'm getting the paddles.
Why is the Pro controller cheaper than the Joy-Con?
Because
That's not how it was before.
No, but the Pro controller probably
fair,
is sturdier, and also they recognize the Joy-Cons are more of a flavor. Like, I want different colors,
Oh,
and they can
well,
Also,
price that shit out.
Pro controllers kind of like fucking sucked on average. Like I've never had a Pro controller that actually didn't break or have drift, like super bad drift.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't even have like normal Joy-Cons. I
That-
have like third-party Joy-Cons.
I have normal. Well, I mean, I have a light now. It's just one thing. I'm better than you.
loser.
I have my bright yellow console, and I play the boop boop song.
Loser.
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 Remember when SpongeBob ripped off that guy's dick?
It was on his
What?
head.
Do you not know that on a sea cucumber that is their genitals?
No.
Yeah.
Sea cucumbers
Poor
don't have
Kevin.
the
You
mouth
really did
and
want to touch
anus
Kevin,
and
huh?
genitals of a sea cucumber are kind of all the same.
Yeah. So like actual anatomy wise, that man got fucked up.
Hi,
and then he put it on his own head like the hat. Anyway, Pokemon Colosseum.
Good old
talk about-
Pokemon Colossus.
What did I name this? Monster Balls Gladiator 2. That's all I got. I took no notes. Wulfryk, you recommended this game. I almost called it a Hellspawn. You recommended this game.
You're so mean about the games I recommend, man.
No, I am just messing with you. This game is so much more enjoyable than the TCG. This game's getting a much higher score than that game.
I hope so.
I am still burned by the TCG. I would have liked this game more if the TCG wasn't a thing I had played. That game has haunted me since I have nightmares. Over being stuck in the starting
black and white.
Black and white nightmares of being stuck in the starting gym fighting these two little girls, be getting my ass kicked. Oh my god. You recommended this game, tell us about it.
I sure did. So, Pokemon Colosseum is one of the spin-off games, which means its connection to anything else Pokemon is dubious at best. It takes place in the never-before-seen Ore region, which is a big-ass desert.
It looks post-apocalyptic.
The technology is delightful in this region.
It looks like this is a prequel to Jak and Daxter.
So you play as by default his name is Wes, or in Japan I think his default name translates over to Leo, a former member of the evil Team Snag'em.
Megan's meat.
The opening cutscene shows you blowing up part of their building, stealing the snag machine, and leaving. At which point you kind of start your adventure. You run into a lady who was kidnapped. Her name is Rui by default. She can see weird Pokemon, which is her way of saying shadow Pokemon, which is the byproduct, like the main thing that the big bad Team Cypher, has been trying to do. So you go through several towns, stealing people's shadow Pokemon and fighting off Team Cypher, the evil Power Rangers led by someone who looks like they love disco but's actually into not disco music. It's like, what is it? Salsa music? Yeah.
Mirror B?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's salsa.
A lady with too much hair, Sephiroth from Final Fantasy, and a doctor whose name literally translates English to Dr. One, because Ein is German for one.
Who's
Thank
knocking?
you.
Who's dying? Oh god. Is she dying?
I bet that's her cat or something.
It's not.
Sorry, Gretel.
I know I was
Long
making
story
fun of
short.
it, but Pokemon's not that bad.
There's like 40-something shadow Pokemon. Your goal is to catch all of those, hopefully, and defeat Cypher. Rui trusts you implicitly from the moment she sees your face, even though if I saw Wes smile, I wouldn't trust him.
I'm sorry, Gretel.
He has a creepy smile.
Go.
I had a lot of fun playing this, but that's basically the story. There's the story, aside from going really detailed into the story beat, is
The tack back.
yeah.
I love you.
Oh, poor thing. Let her
I
out.
I have her in the kennel for now
Let her
because
out.
no, because if we have to go down to the basement, then I need to be able to grab her.
Oh, that's true. In the rush and worry, she'd run.
Yeah.
My cat perks his head up and looks around every time she meows.
Where?
Don't worry, kitty. You're okay.
Yeah, so
Thank you
I
for
mean,
doing
aside
this
from-
podcast despite possibly dying tonight. Just gonna put that out there.
You want to get
Well,
your last
the
will and testament out while we're...
The warning's going for the next 12 minutes, so if we make it past that, it's no worry.
Wow.
Or
Poor
Faithful.
kitty. Yeah, that's
Set her
sweet.
down on the ground.
I thought you were just because there was a lot of crashing, so we thought like you just we're punishing the cat. But no, that makes sense.
No, I was putting her in the kennel because the oh, it got extended to 12.
Uh-oh.
There's mold on my floor. I gotta fix that.
I should probably just plug in my phone because we're gonna apparently have a bad hailstorm tonight.
So yeah, you go to the Colosseums, and you win fights. And you battle the weird people who stand out really seriously, and battle everyone else too, because you need the levels. For notes, I named my notes Umbreon and Espeon's Wild Adventure, or Wacky Adventure. My bad.
I'm listening. I don't know if anyone else is, but I am.
I'm
I have
listening.
no idea. It's okay. That's how podcasts work. The person who suggested the game gets like
That's true.
eaten by a tornado. It's all good.
Tornado. Oh, excuse me. That surprised me.
If anyone listens to these,
I try not to burp.
I'm so sorry to our viewers.
But that actually.
To all one of our viewers, I'm sorry.
That's not true.
You're right. We probably have two.
We have an average of 6.
Yeah.
The last
You know.
multiple episodes, my theory is the same 6 people have listened to it because every single one has gotten 6. Hello, the 6 of you. I don't listen to this shit. Not me.
What's
You're
their
one of
viewer
the
retention
6.
like? What?
If you are one of the 6, know that you are chosen.
You are chosen. Thank you. And I am
The
sorry. I try not to burp, but like it surprised me when it comes out in the middle of a word. Just all of a sudden, it's like, oh, it's happening.
Okay. So for my notes, it's not really notes so much as just a lot of
Ramblings of a madman?
comments. Do you think Team Snag'em requires you to shave your head?
No,
Team
because otherwise Wes's head.
Well, that's the thing. All the people that we see besides Wes, though, are shaved, including the big boss of the... I feel like Wes
Maybe that's
left.
why he got kicked out.
I think he left because he didn't want to get shaved.
That's why he took the thing.
I'm Willie. I
I've-
can't let you leave this giant train engine until you kick my ass. Also, I can't decide if I want engine metaphors or cooking ones. If you remember the first guy you fight.
I don't remember
The
that.
moment you leave that train, he's like, nah, you're not going anywhere till you fight me. You can keep saying no, and he will keep being like, oh, come on. And then at the beginning, he's like, I'm revving up my engine. And then at the end, he's like, I need more seasoning.
this game.
It's like, my guy.
The
Sounds like-
the localization in this game is not amazing.
I love it.
But it
so
is very
bad it's
funny.
I love it. How could
Sometimes you just don't know where to go because the character said a thing that didn't quite make complete sense.
Yeah. That's my biggest problem with it is it's just bad enough that often I just have to like, Wulfryk, where am I going? Where am I supposed to go?
I want to point out that purely with in-game instructions, I figured out where I was going.
Cool. You're smarter than us. That's all I
You
got.
pick up on context clues.
It's raw curiosity.
Well, I'm not curious about. I'm more curious about what the fuck this guy is saying.
This
not
is
like
all
what
thanks
he's
to our
actually
sponsor,
saying.
Curiosity Stream. We're not actually sponsored by them. We could be.
Hey, Gretel.
Sponsor. Ooh.
Did she break out?
Yeah, she knows how to break out.
Oh my, what a smart cat. Like, I'm getting out of here.
See? Curiosity Stream, right?
Oh
Come
my
on, sponsor us,
God.
please.
Opposable thumbs.
That's crazy.
We need the money.
So
Stop trying to break out.
This episode is brought to you by Honey, the free browser extension.
so this is a random story, but speaking of a cat in a carrier, my cat Beans recently went to the vet because she has
I didn't know you had a cat named Beans.
We do. She has bad genetics. She's got bad teeth, bad jaw. Constantly has to go to the vet to get pain meds. Otherwise, she's
out now. She's just out.
It gets so bad that she will drool all over herself, and then she'll try to clean herself, and she just bathes herself in her drool. So she looks like she's a dead. She looks like Hit and Run.
That's a pretty Beans.
She's pretty fucked up, the poor thing. So we have to take her once a month to get a shot. Otherwise, it hurts. She can't eat.
Oh.
When it get's really bad, she starts losing weight because she can't eat. So once a month we have to take her to the vet, get a shot. Once she gets the shot, she's good. It's just the other thing is she's
Wait, hold on.
she's a feral cat, but she's just smart enough to understand I don't like these people. But A, they feed me. B, they let me live in here. And C, both of those are better than being outside. So I'll live in here. So
I was gonna ask if it's one of. Is it a cat your mom rescued?
Yes.
I'll be right back. I have to go go do something.
Okay.
So I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
You're right. But yeah. So that's the problem is as we want to help her, and we have appointments scheduled, but because she's a feral cat that doesn't really trust anyone,
Keep him company, Gretel.
half the time we just can't catch her.
Yeah.
So there's been many times where it's like Beans just. It's unfortunate. There's been many months where we have to just let her get really bad. So because at that point she's in so much pain, she doesn't want to run. It's like I can finally take you now. The poor thing. But recently we took her to the vet, right? And then on lunch I went and got her. Or we're renting our house to someone that but I'm not going to say on the podcast.
Yeah.
She was like, I caught the cat, and she did it ahead of time. And on lunch, I went and got her, took her to the vet. And then I got home, and I released her. Right? Well, no. Well, there we go. Her name's Eelayne. There you go.
Y'all are...
I'm usually good at it. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, it's a slip.
Damn. I'll bleep it. I'll edit it. That will have to be edited.
No, you're not doing that.
No, I'll have to edit it. I have to. That I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's a real name.
Yeah, that's a real name. I'll bleep it.
Anyway.
Anyway, she was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And she fell asleep, woke up, and she didn't realize I had already gotten her, brought her back and let her out. So she wakes up, sees Beans is out. It's like, the fuck? So they put her back in the kennel.
Oh no.
Well, at this point,
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, at this point we were only a couple hours away from getting home again. But we had this confusion of we all got home and I'm like, I swear I let her out. Why is she in the kennel? And even the cat's like, why am I still in here? She was terrified and confused. And finally, we were talking. No. She's like, oh, okay. That's what happened. She told us where she was
again.
like.
You did it again.
Did I? I'll believe it.
Yeah, you'll have, there's 3 spots you'll have.
I'll have to edit it. It's fine.
When's the third? What? I only know 2.
Yeah, it's because you're not paying attention like me.
I'll edit
missing-
it. It's fine. Well, editing these podcasts is, again, by the end of this season, it's something I want to be doing. Like I said, this is the beta of the podcast now. So I'll edit it. There's a couple episodes I have had to edit. So I have an editing software. What?
Yeah, you should look in speaking of cats, I had to share my cat, how he's looking at me currently, and then one of my aunt's cats from when I was house sitting.
My cat.
Yeah, that one stares.
That cat looks angry. He's got eyebrows.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
I didn't see that.
Damn.
Yeah, that one just stares.
Parker's a cutie.
I love him.
Um,
Here's another picture of that other cat. It really does always look at you like that.
Yep.
Wow. It reminds me of a really bad character where it's like this cat would look normal if both eyes were slanted like 12 degrees back down.
I'm back.
And also if its pupils weren't complete giant circles all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm back.
Like
Welcome back.
Like compared to your cat, the eye is way more like they're more even. Like yeah, they're like egg shaped a little bit, slightly angled up. But that cat, oh my god, they're too far.
Well,
They gotta
with
be
my
angled.
cat, he just like that is the end of his zoomies phase. That is him when he's starting to calm back down.
That's funny.
Hmm. Yep.
Anyway,
Sorry
yeah.
about being away.
You're all right. We just talked about cats while you were gone.
Back to
No,
my
that's
notes.
Yeah, I also took notes this time.
I took very few.
So, how could you possibly beat my 2 Whismer, who I haven't let evolve for the last 4 levels? You're inhumanly good at Pokemon. What do you mean you beat my unevolved, underpowered Pokemon? We're not robbers, we're kidnappers. Put some respect on that shit.
Yeah, I also wrote that down.
I love, like, he fucking corrects them to a worse assumption. Why Rui got eyes in different time zones?
Why does Rui trust us? That's also on my notes.
Stockholm syndrome sets in fast.
Yeah.
Wish.com Sephiroth showed up. Escade is not a name, followed by a list of other names that I found. Botan, Liqui, Dugo, Tisler, Vilch, Firma,
Germa?
no, Firma with an F, even worse. I got a Rui quote here. Wes, be a man and stomp her down. This is after a lady takes mild interest in him and suggests that if he and Rui aren't a couple, he could always hook up with her.
Wow.
And just the implications of be a man, beat that woman up. It's like, God.
I want to know the name that you gave Pokemon Colossus, by the way.
Oh, me?
Or, Pokemon Colosseum. Would you name it?
Cool. In my notes,
Yeah,
it was
my
just
bad.
Umbreon and Espeon's wacky adventure.
I had that mistake because I named it Shadows of the Pokemon Colossus.
Silva ripped a whole moving gear the size of a human being out of an active mechanism and just stole it. Confirmed with his hands.
Just walked off with it.
Just a regular human being decked 2 people and ripped a giant cog out of a
That cog
wind turbine.
it is the size of Wes.
Yeah.
It is as big as Wes is. There's no way he's a normal human being.
The cops are actually useless in this region. Why does no one
It's
recognize me? I'm supposed to be a professional criminal.
It's fucking Ore, love. There's no way they have cops that do shit other than beat poor people.
I've yet to actually see a use for Shadow Pokemon. Espeon the Crit Machine. I don't know.
They talk about hyper mode like it's a mechanic that would be useful, but it really isn't. I always just call them out of it. It's never useful to let them stay in hyper mode.
It does give increased crit chance, but that's it. It's also got a chance for them to hit their allies or just straight up ignore you, so...
Yeah. So it's like, why would I bother?
I don't remember what NPC said this, but I had to write down Ultra Super Fire Dash.
I did that a little bit ago. It's the two guys beating up the dude on the top of the tower.
Oh, yeah.
After you beat them, they're like, roll with a fire dash, and they run away.
Tell Net it's from Purr. And my team is purified, smiley face. That's all the notes I've got, because there's not a whole lot to say after a certain point.
That's where I found myself. Like, I didn't stop taking notes because I stopped playing. I just found that there wasn't much to comment on.
The only things I would add to the notes is I have in my notes, I'm a real snagga.
No.
And I have Mirror B is extremely metrosexual. And the mayor is very freaky.
Mirror B
like, go
is
up into
my
his upstairs. Huh?
Mirror B is my sexuality. Afro and all.
So, my notes. Oh, no,
Oh.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
You go first.
The title is Pocket Monsters Auditorium.
I like that.
Okay.
I got the models and animations for the Pokemon are very good for the time.
Yeah.
No clear direction on how to progress without talking to NPCs.
Yeah.
Talk to everybody.
Yes, these are normal human names. I named Wes Peener. And I named Rui Vagine.
Yeah.
Game is like the Game Boy games, but in 3D. For the love of God, play with a controller. I wish I could speed up the enemy's turns.
Honestly, a speed up button would have been nice.
I got wrecked for accidentally killing a Flaffy. And the last note is where I finished off, where I stopped playing. I got to the cave Mirror B is in. I got to the save thing at the end there. And that's my notes.
All right. My notes. Monster Ball Gladiator 2. Jay Leno broke into the bald dimension and stole the Terminator arm that could end the world.
Did you say the ball or bald?
Bald.
Because it's like two guys that are all bald in red outfits just copy and pasted into one cafeteria. And they're like, what? When the wall explodes.
Yeah.
And then my immediate next note is, why is that potato sack moving? Breaking news, they hit the Pentagon. I already need to remind myself this game was made for kids. The writing is not great. Jay Leno stopped the kidnappers and opened the bag. Inside was five-time European Ladies Rally champion Pat Moss. That's who I named the girl. This town reminds me of a game I played, Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor, and it's the town pirate. That reminds me of just that game. And then my last note: let's name an enemy. Noun, 4 random letters.
Yeah.
Tell Matt that it's from
Bodybuilder Garg.
Yeah.
That's not a real NPC. I made that up.
No, but that fits in. Yeah, it's I really liked this game. I had troubles getting into it at first. I had to settle into how weird it is. What's funny is you showed us Dogs in Love.
Yep.
that series actually made me appreciate the game more, because
Yup.
that series is what really set into the fact that like even they like that series. The first episode ends with what a garbage game, but like that really got me to settle into this game is weird and that's just how it is. But there are enjoyable things about that.
Yeah.
The first 2 days of me playing this game, I did not find that myself.
Well,
I had to have a YouTube series sit me down and be like, this game is crazy. You
So-
gotta just let it take you for that ride.
you want to know something funny about that?
What?
The moment I saw how much y'all were not having fun with it, I knew that I needed to show you Dogs in Love, because I didn't grow up with this game. I grew up with a lot of other Pokemon. I didn't get a GameCube until way after it was dead.
Yeah.
The Wii U was out when I got my first GameCube.
Ah.
And even then, I didn't actually have Colosseum for that. I had the game after it. Because finding copies of Colosseum is borderline fucking impossible. But Dogs in Love, the whole series of it, gave me such an appreciation for the game and the personalities that these people were able to make out of a bunch of 4-letter names that didn't make a lick of fucking sense.
Real quick, update. She's gone. Her power flickered.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
You sent a message in Telegram, so I'm updating.
All right.
Yeah.
R.I.P. The thing that we were warned would happen happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew you guys needed to see Dogs in Love, and that it would significantly improve your perspective of this game. Because I genuinely believe, like, while there are a lot of people that love it with, like, the rose-tinted glasses of, like, this was the peak of 3D Pokemon,
If it is, the series has problems.
it's not. It's not. That... and I think, like, a lot of people need to actually go back and play it, but Dogs in Love shows so much enjoyment of the game while also acknowledging that it hurts, it's unfair, it's mean, it's rough. Be it the names, some of the maybe a little exaggerated animations, or the incomprehensible translations. Which, by the way, the rose-tinted glasses thing, people have been... I have heard nothing but complaints about the 3D Pokemon games of people being like, the animations need to be like Colosseum did. And it's like,
Oh, I'm back.
They do?
Hello.
welcome back!
I'm back.
Oh, I need to... When,
I have a
when you do
generator,
that,
if you
it
remember,
automatically
so.
mutes you. I gotta mute.
Yeah.
Bam, there we go. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah, I think now that you guys have looked into it too, I feel like this is a pretty agreeable point. I think people that say that the animations of the new games need to be like these.
I haven't animated in 10 years, and I could do these animations better.
Well, not just that. Like, some of the animations, sure, there's like some love that goes to it. Like Breloom having its own punching animation. Cool. The move Taunt and the move Feint Attack use the same particle effect. And just have the Umbreon either roar or do its regular tackle animation. So, people calling out the new games for having air quotes lazy animations because Bite is just teeth that shump. I think those people have, you know, a little bit of a skewed memory of how good the animations were in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, one of my favorite animations of the game, because it's kind of janky, is, again, Umbreon. When Umbreon is hit, they do this thing where it's like... It doesn't look like they've been hit really hard. It looks like the memes of cat with brain freeze after eating ice cream. Where it just mouth open, head to the left and back like, ah. That's Umbreon's I'm hurt face.
I like Beldums. Where
Yeah,
it's like
Beldum, where they just clip into a
creeping
wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gmod sound effect.
We did watch Dogs in Love as extra credit
Yes.
for this.
Yes.
We briefly mentioned that while your power was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed my time with it. I probably will not be playing more of it. I don't really feel like I need to. I
I
feel like
will on my stream.
link in the description. I'm pretty sure it's there.
Yeah.
I put everyone's approved links every time. Hopefully it's down there. I'll put it. If not, I'll put it down there. Yeah. I honestly, I feel like I would get more out of just watching Dogs in Love again.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of want to finish it because my whole goal was to get 6 Pokemon that I liked, and I kind of did that. Obviously, Umbi and SB are still on the team.
Yes.
But my team right now is Quagsire, Slugma,
Just quacking.
Yanma, because of course, and Flaffy.
Oh, the freaking Flaffy again.
Yeah, I've got a Ampharos, which is
Flaffy.
evolved Flaffy. Obviously Umbreon and Espeon. By the way, Ampharos one-shots anything that's weak to electric right now. It's pretty cool. I've got Feraligatr. I've got... I don't have a fire type, funny enough. I mean, I do in my box, but I don't have one
You
that
don't
I'm
got
using.
a Slugma or a Quilava?
I've got Sneasel. No, I got Croconaw instead of Quilava. But it's okay, because my water type recently swept an area, so we're good.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't have much to say. It's this kind of falls into the same problem I have with most Pokemon games is, just at the beginning of the stream I was like, Minecraft too much. I like a simple game. There's also too simple though.
Can
I think
say,
this game is too simple. There's not enough going on.
Pokemon Colosseum is an easier game to go back and play than Pokemon for the Game Boy, in my opinion. As somebody who's been playing the Switch games before this, it is far easier to go from the Switch games to Colosseum than it is to go from the Switch games to Yellow or Red.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that. I don't know.
Also, no HMs. That's a feather in their cap. I fucking hate HMs so much.
What's an HM?
Hidden machines, so they are the traversal moves: Fly, Surf, Cut, Strength, Rock Smash. There are a bunch of moves that, while they're in this game, you're not forced to put them on any Pokemon. And they're actually still good in this game, because in Gen 3, boy, were they broken.
Gen 4 had 11 of them that you needed.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But that's the thing. Pokemon has this is what Pokemon's meant to be. It's like even the standard games, it is like when I say babies first, I don't actually mean it's for babies, but I mean it's like this is very clearly supposed to be someone's first RPG when they're 10.
Yeah.
One of my first RPGs was Cyberpunk. Pokemon is just too late. It's too late, right? I got into RPGs real late, so it's okay, I can play a Pokemon, and it's too simple, or I can play a Fallout or a Cyberpunk.
You played Fallout and Skyrim before that, didn't you?
I have, but that's my point though. Is I started with these games. At no point was I 10 with
the more
DS. Adult. Yeah, at no point I didn't have a DS, so I just didn't play them. So now I go back and it's too simple. And even series I can say this about. Spyro 1, I love Spyro. 2 is too simple. And 3 is Minecraft 1 point whatever we're on right now. It's too much. 2 is perfect. Perfect. Yeah, it's too simple. And that's how I feel about this game. Is yes, there's exploring and stuff still. But you'll get a little Pokeball box out of exploring, or maybe just a random encounter like with a guy. You're not going to get too much out of that, and you'll get like maybe 5 Master Balls or something. Couple revives.
Five
You
Master
mean, you mean
Balls.
Great Balls?
Whatever. I got 5 something balls.
Not Master Balls.
It was probably Great Balls.
I don't know.
It was Great Balls, because those are the only ball you've used other than Pokeball and Premier Ball.
I just buy all the Pokeballs. Yeah, I have like 40 from my pocket right now.
I only need 1.
Cheater.
Not cheating.
It's speed run tech.
We weren't speedrunning.
Look, it's just like with Portal 1, okay? There is not a chance in the universe that I will ever do Portal 1 without portal bumping, even though I'm not speedrunning it. Portal bumping is hilarious.
So I'm okay with that because you've played it normally at least once before you found out about that, right?
Yeah, I've played this normally too.
I haven't.
I didn't get all the way through this, but I've played it normally.
I haven't. Like I have yet. I've played Portal 2. I've never played Portal 1.
There's no way you've never played Portal 1.
I haven't. I've tried it a couple times.
It's crunchy.
It is. I've tried a couple times. But I've never finished it.
If I want a game where I'm like, yeah, fucking 2 hours in and out, we're good.
I think the farthest I've gotten is the put the fire in the incinerator, or put the fire in the center, put the cube in the incinerator.
I figured out there's a bug in a previous level that lets you also save the companion cube during that.
Yeah, I've never finished it. So like, you could tell me to portal bump all you want. I'm not doing it. Not on my first playthrough. That's number one rule.
That is why I did not force anyone to do this. I said, if it is something you want to do, it's easy. This is all you do.
It does a lot of damage.
I am okay with that kind of stuff. Again, if like I accidentally soft lock myself, like I did in Oblivion, actually managed to soft lock myself.
You know what's funny?
What?
I did actually try to see how fast I could beat the first Portal one time. Mind you, I am nowhere near anywhere on the leaderboard. I'm like, if I submitted, I'd be like in the multi-thousands of rank. But I did it in like 48 minutes.
Yeah.
And it felt really cool.
I did that with Portal 2. Portal 2 was the first game that actually got me into like maybe think of speedrunning. But I did a no glitch. And and like this was in high school on the PS3. So like I didn't record this or anything. But I'm pretty sure I was able to do it in like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Just like I played it like 3 times in one day. So that was just like knowledge back to back. I've just mastered each puzzle with no glitches. How fast can I do it? And then I would not get interested in speedrunning until Little Kitty Big City.
Yep.
Another perfect game. How many of you have played that?
Me.
I haven't.
Only...
I haven't.
Okay, it's too new, but that's a possibility.
It's just you and me.
That's still half of us. That in the future, when it's cheaper or on sale or something, I could recommend it. It's short. It's very short. It's good. I could beat it in 15 minutes. Actually, didn't I get it down to like 8 or something?
Yeah, you got sub 10.
Yeah. I was like, once I get past 10, I'll record an actual thing. And I did it once, and then I fell off. So I never recorded it. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna rate.
Yeah, let's rate the game. There's not much more to say. It's a pretty simple game. Play it if you want.
Say that about most games.
That's all I can really say. Do not play TCG for the Game Boy. It's a bad game. Do not play it.
Absolutely play the TCG.
No.
It's so fun.
No, only if you have the space bar. Maybe. to speed up the game.
Just be good.
All right. Let's start with Eelayne. What do you recommend? What do you rate this?
That was a solid 6. I'd play it again. I didn't dislike my time playing it.
6. Fancy.
Yes, sir.
What do you
I
rate
also love double battles, so.
What do you
Real
rate
quick
this?
question.
No. Yes.
What did I give the TCG?
A 4.5. Too high.
Okay.
Too high.
I will also give it a 6.
Okay.
Okay. I was about to. If you put this on the same level as the
Well,
TCG,
I said earlier, I
thrown
said
hands.
this is better than the TCG. But
Yeah.
Wulfryk, what do you give Colosseum?
Do I have anything in the 6s and 7s yet?
The only thing you've given a 6 anywhere close to that is 6.5 for Dragon Age. You've given a lot of high numbers or low numbers, not a lot of mid.
Okay.
Your two closest games is a 5 for TCG or a 6.5 for Dragon Age. Everything else is below or higher than that.
So I have an 8.
No, 8.5 Oblivion. No straight 8.
Okay.
From 6.5, your next highest is 8.5. Like I said, it's high or lows. You've given a 4. But there's no 6, 7, or 8.
Interesting. I definitely had more fun with this than Dragon Age. Did I have more fun than Oblivion?
don't put it
No.
above an 8.5.
I'm not putting it above an 8.5. I recognize. I'll put it at a nice 7.
7. All
That's
right.
acceptable.
And I am going to give it a 5.
Ooh.
Fair.
This is on the same level to me as Need for Speed Carbon.
Fair.
What did you give the TCG?
2.
2? Oh, okay. That makes more sense why you give it a 5.
The only reason that game didn't get a 1 is because it runs. if I ran into a single glitch, I'd be like 1, unplayable. Don't
waste your time.
But it ran, so it's playable, I guess. Yeah, 2. I'm gonna give it a 5, same level as Need for Speed Carbon for me. It's just kind of like it's mid to me. It's not good. It's not bad. I can see why people would like it. I can also see why people would hate it. For me, it's just kind of boring.
Yeah.
Just like Need for Speed Carbon.
Mm-hmm.
So the average is a 6. We've managed to average it out 6, 6, 7, and 5.
Yeah, that's an average.
Yeah. So that is the official ranking of Pokemon Colosseum. A 6 out of 10. Not enough water.
I mean, it is a desert.
I know.
Not enough double battles, I'm joking.
Double dash.
Can't believe there's no triple battles. SMH my head.
True.
No,
Wait a minute.
Shake my head, my head.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
that just clicked.
yeah.
SMH my head. Wait a
Have you
minute.
never heard that?
No.
So it's Lad's choice next, right?
Good
Yeah.
old DC Comics. Detective Comics.
Yep.
Yes. So it is my choice.
Yes, it is.
The thing about that is I have too many ideas.
Okay.
So
That's a good thing.
Narrow it down to one.
I have created a wheel
Oh.
with all the games I've thought about on it.
Have you put all these games that are also on the wheel on a list for the future?
Yes.
Okay, good. I also have
Are
a
these
list.
games free?
They
Can we legally
yes.
Okay.
emulate this game with our own legally acquired copies?
Yes, or you might own it already, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna spin it.
Beep.
Oh,
That was a long spin.
All right.
Anyone here played the original Mass Effect?
I have played the opening 3 hours. I've never finished it.
I played the intro, but that's it.
Same.
I've filled up my team. I had 4
It was
people,
remastered.
and I was the captain of the ship, and then I stopped playing.
It was remastered, right?
Yes,
It was
Legendary
remastered.
Edition.
You could also totally legally play the original somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have the remaster on PlayStation.
It was free on the PlayStation at one point, I think.
Then I probably do.
It might have been.
I have it on PS4, and then it became like $10 at one point on a Steam sale. I was like, yoink. And that's how I played it originally. I was like, because I did that challenge where I played a new game every day. One day I gave that game a shot. I gave the first one a shot. But yeah, I've not beaten it, so I'll probably just start where I was, because I remember that wasn't that long ago. I remember what I did, so I'll probably just continue from where I was. Because like I said, I got
on the wheel.
I
liked a lot of old BioWare games, so I'll probably like this too.
It was very close to being a Wolfenstein game. But, I mean,
Wolfenstein 3D.
No,
Youngbloods.
the first the first reboot, New Order.
Well, killing Nazis would be fun.
I don't have.
I would mod Elon's face onto every single.
I mean, it would be deserved. Wait, he's not a government official, so technically it's not illegal. I'm joking.
Yeah, well, he, like, officially, too, because the government employment thing that he's at it is only legally allowed to last for, like, 180 or 130 days or something like that, so.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Weird.
Contracts are weird.
Change all their cars, like, if they have vehicles, just mod all of them into Cybertrucks.
No.
Mass Effect. All right.
Good old Mass Effect. Got it.
Yeah, let me see if I have this. I just might.
I have the remastered one.
Yeah, that's what I was playing. I'll do it. Remaster's allowed because it's... The only difference is, oh my god, they removed the camera from that one lady's asshole. I'm angry.
Shit game. I like my asshole camera.
It's like, yeah, we get it. She was genetically modified to be the sexiest thing alive. The camera does not have to be that far up her ass. We get it.
That's funny.
Nah, that's funny. I don't care who you are.
I don't care who you are. That's funny.
Tomato, but without the
So
tomato.
my PlayStation's having a dumb time trying to actually load anything because the power flicked off while it
You
was
can check it on
Oh,
your
good.
phone if you have the app.
You got the Nintendo News app.
Let me.
That's
oh,
not-
finally, it's loading stuff.
You got the Nintendo News app. They released the having a stroke. The Zelda movie is live action. It's gonna be out next year, I think. No, 2027.
Tom Holland Link.
Is that confirmed?
No.
No, it'd be Chalamet. That's who's hot right now.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah.
Chalamet.
Yeah, he's
I
more
have
of a player.
Zendaya and
Chris-
Is it Mass
Chalamet.
Effect Legendary
Chris
Edition?
Pratt Link.
Is this the remake?
The Legendary,
Legendary
Edition?
Edition?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the remaster.
Yeah, because I have that and I have Andromeda.
It's not Andromeda.
Yep, that's the remaster. You have all 4 of them. Congratulations.
Oh yeah. So this is purely the first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an RPG. It's long. Try to get 10 hours or around there. Like I said,
Alright.
I recently gave it a shot, so I'm just going to continue where I was. I stopped playing it when I finished my team and I was given the ship. So I'll just continue from there. I remember what I was doing. I remember the plot and everything. The traitor and shit. I remember all that. Traitor. I remember the hot alien. I remember
Was it
him.
one of the blue ones?
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah.
No. You got.
He can
Don't say Krogan.
He can hold me.
You can't
Krogan
say
has
Krogan.
4 nuts.
Who's the first? It's like the first one that you find, who he like is looking for the same guy you are, and that's why you team up.
You talking about the one with the big eyes?
I think so. I don't
know what they're
Anyways,
I'm not talking about the Krogan, by the way. I'm talking about Garrus.
Oh, that guy.
I think
I can.
Is that who I'm talking about?
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that might be who I'm talking about. Hold on. Garrus.
He's big. He's tall. Look at those face mandibles.
Hold on. Garrus Mass Effect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is the guy I'm talking about. Yeah, this guy. He can hold me.
Oh, yeah.
well, if there's
he in the
nothing
first
else,
one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like the first guy that helps you because he's also looking for the guy.
Oh.
He's
okay,
looking for.
so we are
same
into
lady.
territory where we should be talking about this in the next podcast.
No.
Okay.
No,
We're
that's
talking
fine.
about hot video game characters.
Yeah.
You guys can have
But
this
from the
guy.
game that was
I'll take
just
one of the
recommended.
blue
Yes.
people.
Yeah. We already know things about it.
I'll take
Well,
one
yeah,
of the blue
but-
people.
Besides,
Why not just
if
save
I
this
talk
for
about him
next
being
time?
hot now, then I don't have to waste 40 minutes of lad's time next time, because I can already jump into the middle of everyone already knowing. that he's hot.
I feel like because I don't actually know anything about the Mass Effect companions, so you guys are gonna get my conversation about it regardless.
That's not. What species are they? Turian.
Yeah.
That's the species. Krogan are the hunchback dudes.
With 4 nuts.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I know.
There.
And there's the blue people.
The one that
Avatars?
you meet of
No.
him is cool in like a brotherly friend way, not an attractive way.
Yeah.
What are the blue people?
But
Asari are the
again,
blue people.
we are getting into territory where we should save this for next podcast.
No.
Otherwise, I'm just going to leave before you guys because I don't want to hear anything about the characters before I start playing the
It's the
game.
beginning of the game.
Just
Just know.
but I haven't played the beginning of the
The
game,
first alien is hot.
It is.
and I don't want to know.
It is.
Yeah, you.
Blue people are all women.
I'll
Yes.
talk to you guys later then. I'll see you in the Discord.
You'd be jealous. You're jealous. That's
I'm downloading the game. Mass Effect Legendary
I gotta
Edition.
delete one of the 7 Call of Duties on my extended hard drive.
Install. I'll put it on Games 2. 4 terabytes free. Install.
Do I have it here? Pasty.
Oh, I have Garrus as a
Valerians.
card.
Those are the.
Yes.
Those are the. Big eye ones.
Okay.
I have the 2 hottest people as Steam cards.
There's the Krogan.
Got Liara and Garrus. Let's go.
The Quarians are the masked people.
And I also got one of Thane. Thane's the traitor, right? Thane's the bad guy? Something like that?
Traitor.
I don't know.
Do I have?
You're asking the wrong guy. That's why I recommended it.
Yeah. Oh, have you not played it?
I've played the beginning,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
not 3 hours into where you have the whole crew or whatever you were talking about.
Yeah, I basically like imagine Dragon Age. I basically quit when I first have a full party and I'm at the camp. That's kind of where I ended Mass Effect. I had all of them. Something happened. I have a ship, and I stopped playing.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've got 3.7 hours into the game. So I'll just keep... I remember where I was. I played recently, so I'll just keep going.
I don't.
All right. Thank you for watching the podcast, Collecting Dust. My brain's collecting dust.